Why not? We did send our other guest who offered to come on a link. I hope we didn't keep him too long. I hope he still feels like dropping by. Helgi with $1 says, Aaron, I'm proud of you. We all make mistakes. Being able to forgive is the sign of a real man. All right, well. Thank you, Helgi. Nomo says, who's next? Chrissy Mayer? I hope nay. See, now that's... You see what that is? That was a horse joke. All right, here we go. No, Pants Maestro, you were not the other guest. Luckily, I did not have to send the link to Pants Maestro, but I did send it to this gentleman who has no video. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, from potentially criminal, it's Sean. How are you, buddy?
Hi, I got a Zoom link. I was like, oh, shit, are we going to troll court now?
No court, please. No, thank you.
That's today that, I'm here cleaning up.
Yeah, you were kind of doing cleanup, dude. I made a booking last night, and I didn't know the people I booked were hammered. So,
well,
but you were
like I said, you want 3/5 of a guest. Here you go. That
3/5 joke on the stream you just did about a subject I will not comment on was very, very funny.
I tried.
You made me, and I was wait, was I a house or a field? I think I was field, wasn't I?
I think you were.
You put me out in the field.
You didn't get to sleep in the big house no more.
I didn't get to sleep in the big house with Massa Johnny. What happened?
Besides, you need to zoom back out. You can't see. I got up for you, just for you.
Oh, thank you.
In the background. No. In the background, I got something up just for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see what it is. It is Stoney's related?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Come back this way. Like, over this way. You can't
All right,
see it.
hold on. Let me...
Besides, you're making me look fatter than I am.
Hold on, I just fucked up. I'm so bad at this. Hold on. We're going to get... Hey, there it is. There it is. Let's bring this way, and then I'm fucking this up completely.
There you go.
And let's come back over like that. All right. Well, man, I tell you what, you have been having, I think fair to say, a lot of fun with the remnants of my past life, I guess I could say.
Yes, we call it that. I'm an anthropologist, just sifting through the wreckage.
Yeah, you oh man, and I don't think anybody's called the whole thing like as correctly as you have. And you will get shit. I tell you, Nick will throw down on Twitter with you about how wrong and stupid and fat and sandwich loving you are. And then it's funny because the exact thing that you say is going to happen ends up happening to a T.
It's like I've done this before.
Yeah.
Not myself doing cocaine, then exposing juveniles to it, and then no, I haven't done that part.
Yeah. Oh, you've never had a cop accidentally touch a kid's hair with cocaine on it?
No, but it's like I've been through this before. I understand the whole thing, and remember. Hold on 1 second.
It's a disaster. It's the curse of the toe. Every time I either book someone or have someone on, something tragic and terrible happens. Now somebody just got a concussion.
Yeah.
In Sean's house because I decided to book them.
So, no, we had my own special guest. He wanted to come in, so I had to grab him.
So, like, what's this been like?
This dog doesn't live in the bathroom.
poor dog. Yeah, a lot of innocent bystanders in this whole thing.
Yes.
But you, this has to be kind of weird though, still for you, because like you guys were friendly, I guess, as much as you can be friendly on the internet, and now I remember when this started, you were just being a pragmatist. You were just kind of calling it down the middle. And then it seemed like one day there were enough like personal jabs where you just kind of went, you know what? Fuck it.
I mean, kind of. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's just, you're just seeing everything that's going on. And when somebody turns into, it just makes it, they just turn into the joke of what they were and then where they go. And I'm just like, all right, well, fuck it. I guess this is where we are.
Yeah.
And, I still want somebody to do better, but if they won't do better for themselves, and I've been nice about it, I guess my next step is, all right, well, I'm going to ride your ass until maybe that'll help.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
really,
if somebody doesn't want to get better, then the next thing you do is you start breaking their balls. And
yeah. Or at the very least, they just kind of became, for you, it just seems like it became just content. It's like, forget the personal angle of it. It's your content now.
Sure. And I mean, it's, because I decided to tell PPP this. Well, actually, I think PPP was surprised when I admitted to it. He's like, well, this is all about, this life falling apart. I'm like, yeah, I'm covering people having the worst fucking day of their fucking lives.
Yeah.
The worst day of their life. They murdered somebody, or somebody they know got murdered, or this that happened, or that happened. Yeah.
Isn't that how,
that's what this is?
That's how Nick made his bones too, though. I mean, you can't really complain when it's your turn. The old hammer nail analogy people have been using.
It's not that. It's all in the game, man. It's all in the game.
Yeah.
And when you're in the middle of the game, it seems a lot more fierce.
People writing in the chat, Nick made you, Sean.
He made too much of me, if that's the case.
Look, man, it's weird because like people still like reach out to me and they're like, they want like inside scoops. And I'm like, dude, I've been gone for a long fucking time and not looking back. Like, it's so weird.
Also, Nick, if you're watching this, this is a conversation you can listen to that's not going to get you in trouble. just out there, Nikki. That's for you too, buddy.
I'm being such a good boy about keeping quiet on shit.
I know, that's why I'm doing it for you.
Thank you. So it is so odd though to like watch what used to be part of my life, but now I'm watching it as a spectator. Like, it's very strange because it almost, like, to me, it feels like an interactive video game where you're like, you try to you think they're main characters, but they're NPCs because you're like, no, go this way. If you go away, you won't get a felony charge. If you go here, this won't happen. If you go here, but you're just watching them all just make the opposite decision, and just you're watching the explosion of somewhere you used to be. Like, it's the familiarity mixed with the unfamiliarity of it, if that makes sense, is really still kind of strange to me.
It's weird that I'm part of lore now, and the Nick lore, and it's about it's just the whole thing about it. Yeah, it's very weird covering it when you know it intimately more than you would most of the other stories you'll ever deal with.
Well, that's funny because you talk about like the downfall and all that, and I was only there for that part, and I didn't know anything about this world before the guy did a comedy show with us. So like, to watch you guys and learn all this other shit, and like, I watch you guys, or I watch that AI Google documentary thing they did about Nick and like all the steps. And I'm like, holy shit, maybe if I would have saw some of this beforehand, I might have, steered clear, but such as life.
To be fair, I didn't, when you're riding in the airplane as it's crashing, you're like, I don't know, this can't be that bad. And in the meantime, it's knocking the tops off of buildings as it's getting ready to auger in, and you greased over a playground full of like 5-year-olds to make your landing. Like, you don't know how bad it is till you get out and look at the wreckage yourself.
Yeah, and as you're flying,
wow, this was really bad.
As you're flying over that playground with the 5-year-olds on it, you drop a bullet of coke next to one of them. That.
Yeah,
that kind
or
of
you're
thing.
napalming that village. You're like, oh, I guess there were people still in there.
Right. So now you've gone from like, oh, I hope he gets better, to now you're just like, well, fuck it.
I still want him to get better. I would love nothing more for him to get better.
What do you think happened on Tuesday?
I think he probably got off. I think he, as he sits in the Baldo bunker, he's been fashioning a reality he thinks is going to happen. Like, I'm going to walk in there and they're going to say, oh, Daddy, Nick, here you go. Here's your plea offer. And he thought he was going to walk out of there. He's going to be able to throw open the doors, and he was going to be like Ray Lewis coming out of the tunnel. There's going to be smoke shooting up behind him like he won. And I think he realized, like, oh, wait, they're not cutting me a deal. I mean, they're cutting a deal, but it's not the deal I want. It's not the deal I'm expecting. And they basically laughed at me for what I wanted. And I kind of get the feeling that's what it was, because when you read the reporter notes, like, it says like Nick was constantly huffing or sighing. And I think that was more of Nick like going like, ooh, ooh, like not trying to like tar it out.
But he tweeted that it was a good day.
I know. He says it was a good day.
He's never lied about that shit before.
For us, it was a good day. For me, it was a good day. For Nick, I mean, once again, I don't know in Bizarro Land what's a good day for him, what's not a good day for him.
Well, I
But
mean,
remember, right before he left, with your best friend in the world, he had super chat. He dropped a hundo for it. He was going to do something so anathema,
yeah.
but it was for his boys. Like he almost like he was like, I'm going to hold off the bad guys so my family can escape.
There's something really fucking gross about a guy charged with child endangerment and the cocaine tests and all that to have the fucking audacity to publicly say anything like, I'm doing this for my children in any way, shape, or form. Even if you are, fucking gross to say it publicly like that.
Well, I mean, I don't disagree with how you phrase that, but I think it's better if I'm the one talking all the shit, not you, more than anything at this point. Just saying.
All right.
I think it makes it better for you, and I'd rather I do all.
Oh,
the
I
shit
see what I understand. I get it. I've just never. I don't know anything about like scheduling or not scheduling settlement conferences or anything. Not yet.
Now,
but
I don't know 100%. Not yet, but soon you will learn. But no, from my understanding, like they were trying to come up with something, and I think for Nick, he just wasn't ready to accept whatever it was they came up with for him. And I think he's going to have to sit and ruminate on it, and hopefully he understands it's not going to get better.
Yeah. So
they're not all of a sudden going to come in and go, oh yeah, you're right, we don't have a case. Here you go, Nick.
So this wouldn't be. I'm trying to this wouldn't be them bending to him on
No,
Tuesday.
I don't think so. There's no reason for them to have bent to him at this point. Like, we already know a bunch of stuff, and we know it because it did the things that haven't happened. The drugs are 100% cocaine, because if they weren't, the case would have been dismissed.
Sure.
So we 100% know it's cocaine. We 100% know the warrant has survived. So at that point, you got him dead to rights. So there's no reason for them to, bend the knee to him. Absent, Nick apparently has unraveled the complete conspiracy, and he showed up with this big, red, the red string all over the wall, and he put together his whole plan. If that's not there, they've got no reason to do what he wants.
Yeah,
anymore.
It's just bad. How often is there a second settlement conference? Like how common is that?
Oh, I don't know about Minnesota, but I mean, I've had cases that drag on for a bit.
Okay.
And a lot, I've had it where a client's like, oh, I want this. And I try to explain to them, like, listen, buddy, this is not the way the reality is working out. And they sometimes get to it. Sometimes they don't. And I kind of get the feeling the judge would rather try to resolve this than drag it to a trial. So
sure,
he's trying to. And I'm sure Nick's attorney was like, look, judge, we're like almost right there. We're like this far away. Help us out. I've been in that position too. We're like, this is the deadline hearing. And you're like, judge, give me like another week or two.
Yeah.
I promise we can take care of this and you don't have a trial. And judges love when you basically take that off their calendar. So
sure,
let's probably give them another chance.
All right. Well, before we head out here, where do you see it going? Where do you think it goes from here, or has this one been kind of unpredictable to the point where it's hard to make a prediction?
I mean, it's involving a lol cow at this point, so who knows where it's going to go? I think it's this is not going to it's going to be forever go down in flames. What's going to go down in flames? I think Nick is Nick is going to buck. He's going to try to go to trial. I don't.
Really?
I'd like to hope he doesn't. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, and Nick can go, see, Sean, you're wrong. I took the plea. Fat man. You'll sure have showed me, Nick. You sure will have showed me.
That would be strange if he went to trial, because he did, like you said, he had that $100 super chat, which is how everyone announces their plea deals, where he said, he goes, I'm doing this thing that's anathema to me, and all that. You think that? So you don't think that's set in stone? You think that can still turn into a trial?
Oh, 100%. He could say fuck. He could say fuck you, Dad. I'm doing what I want. I mean that appears to be the family crest motto of the Rekieta family. Fuck you, Dad. I do what I want.
It's right there. They have a banner. They just put it right on top of the car.
It's just in Latin. I don't know how you say that in Latin.
Now, some people were theorizing. I saw this on Kiwi Farms. They were I think it was Breaking Baldo News had this theory that, and I'm sure this was just the source was somebody's asshole, but they said that one of the terms of the plea was that he couldn't hang around people with similar charges or co-defendants.
Well, that's a normal. Well, here's the thing. That is a normal term and condition of probation. You're not allowed to hang. Like, If you guys want to know this, go online and Google like your local federal court. Like they have a probation department. Google like probation terms and then type your state in after it. You're not allowed to hang out with people who do drugs. You're not allowed to hang out with people with criminal records. You're not allowed to hang out with people who engage in criminal activity. You're not allowed to hang out with co-defendants. Those are very standard terms.
Really?
Like, so oh yeah, that you're not, yes, because the idea is you fucked up and now you're here. And part of the courts, yes, there is an idea the courts are meant to punish you, but they actually do believe they're meant to rehabilitate you. And part of rehabilitating you is buck breaking you out of your old ways. And part of your issue is you're doing coke, your life turned into a fucking shit pile. We need to fix that. And we need to make sure you start and since you can't be an adult, and because you did all these dumb things, or if you're a criminal, you're breaking into people's houses, we need to like forcibly correct you here. And part of that is we get to decide who you hang out with, because if you hang out in stupid places with stupid people, and you're generally going to make stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to eliminate the stupid people out of your life. We're not going to let you go to stupid places, and we're not going to let you do stupid things. And then hopefully that, go get a job, go to school, pee in a cup. And that is the idea of we can force you onto the correct track.
Yeah. So this theory that's out there that he turned down the deal because this sounds so childish, because they said he couldn't hang out with April anymore. That might, while people were taking that a little too literally, you're saying that general concept could actually be plausible.
Oh, I can see that. Like, remember, he needs somebody to help him destigmatize the bedroom, and how dare this court tell Nicholas Robert motherfucking Rekieta who he can hang out with. They didn't even tell Jesus he couldn't hang out with people.
No, they just showed him.
Think about, yeah. Eventually they said, well, you're not allowed to hang out with these 12 disciples anymore.
Yeah.
We'll make sure of that.
Yeah. Like I said, that answer was the perfect example of there are things that are better off if you say them than if I say them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I could see them. I could see them trying to negotiate that as a term, but I could also see the judge saying, wait. You're not going to fucking make me, you're not agreeing to shit that I'm in control over. Because the court ultimately says you can't hang out with the co-defendant. It's ultimately the judge's decision. Okay. I just, maybe Minnesota's different here, but the idea that you can negotiate, well, I want to hang out with my co-co, I would never, like, if I was when I was an assistant prosecutor, like if this happened to me and I'm sitting there in a room and it's like, well, I want to hang out with the chick I'm like doing drugs with, I'd have been like, what? No, I'm not agreeing to that. Fine. I'll see you in fucking trial. Like,
yeah. There's
no way I would agree to that. And the judges I'm in front of, there's no way the judge would be like, oh yeah, that's okay.
I just imagine just in any person's drug-addled brain, the idea of they're going to trial over me. How romantic.
Yes. Well, that's what it is. It's the true romance out there.
Yes.
Who says romance is dead?
For those of you who say it's dead, we have an example brewing right now in West Central Minnesota. Yes. All right, man. Hey, thank you very much for bailing me out from my big reveal completely bombing on me today. I appreciate that.
No, well, it's better than it being kind of another reveal.
I mean, maybe a little. I guess that could
Well, I mean, we already know about that reveal, so there's already been the memes about that, so.
I don't know. I have no. You know what? No comment. See?
There you go.
At the beginning of this, I watched all you guys. You said I couldn't use that phrase. I didn't know how. No comment. Some of us just like to learn the hard way.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, and Aaron. Before I go though, guys, just remember over at Stoney.
Oh, let me
Friday,
put it. Here, let me give you your. There you go. All right.
All right.
There.
Just remember, chat though. Friday night tonight at Stoney's, 1580 Broadway Street, Rockville, Minnesota. They're gonna have the Buck Band, not the Buck Broken Band. You have to go to Spicer for that. But the Buck Band will be in tonight, Saturday to the Unwanted. Last night they were doing the $2 cans even on Thanksgiving. It was something I think we should all give thanks for. And then, guys, December 14th is the Christmas party. bringing toys that'll be donated to kids in need. It's over at Stoney's, guys, celebrating 30 years.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
It's going to, as the guy who usually does reads for them, this is a really embarrassing thing to ask. Are all of those promo dates true?
Yes, it's on the Facebook page.
Nice job. That's why Cheetos thinks you do a better job than I do. Thank you for your research. Sean, have a great rest of your Thanksgiving weekend, buddy, and thanks for coming on.
All right, you're welcome, Aaron.
All right,
glad I can make it not a complete disaster.
Yeah, well, we got the D- level. D's get degrees.
All right.